8:04 p.m., 11:04 p.m. Eastern Pacific Standard Time, date 3/1/2020. Dow Jones Futures 30-minute chart. We started out when the futures opened on the news about viruses coming to the U.S. They did initially gap them down, which brought it back to the Friday's bounce that we tested and confirmed and everything else. So we sold down enough last week and we hit that bottom buy signal that I said that we were going to hit, and the math doesn't lie. Now, this is a chart in the after hours. There's the gap down right there. Now, we rallied up to the 25,700 area where we left on Friday's rally here straight up, gap down on the news in the US. Virus is spreading now wildly. And what they're doing is they're trying to give the market support by not caving in the futures. But we're just going to tell you one thing: short term buy signal was put in. We already know it. Now we're going to have bear market trading ranges. The fact that from that left big gap down on that opening bell right here, when we hit on the low on those futures were 24,851. Like I said, it's a higher low than it was on Friday right here to there. And then they've rallied it up, and this is based on 30-minute bars right here after hitting that resistance level, and the Dow is up 185 to the green. So we've had an 852 point swing in the Dow futures. Yes, 852 points in the Dow futures. Now, listen, everybody, here's a game plan. You want to learn how to trade options and bear market buy signals. You can do that by getting into the free 5-day trial and seeing it live right then and there. This is a Sunday night update that goes out to all of our traders who are in our live trading room and who will be participating in the buy and sell signals. You heard what I said. We own the platforms, and we own the entries and the exits, and we're market makers in options. And we make the prices, not the exchanges. Don't control us. We're in control of various strike prices and the high names that we make markets in every day. Nonetheless, those futures are coming down, taking the bad news. We sold down in anticipation of this virus hitting the US, and we did last week. And now that it's evident and that it's here, this is why we gap down in those futures on this knee-jerk reaction. And this is all futures related. Tomorrow, when the buyers and sellers return, we're going to see how many people want to come just rushing off the sideline now that that virus is in the US. We still don't know enough about anything. This is a mechanical price movement, how to trade bear markets. We are not in a bull market. How the news got priced in with the downside move. We went down 1,000 points times 4 times in the Dow last week, okay? And we continue to go down. So the new trading range is well set up. This is the U.S. futures market. We're going to go ahead and see, hopefully it shows up in the video, is on the NASDAQ 100. These futures had the big gap down from the virus news just on the opening bell on 3/1. Then we rallied all the way up here, not quite making it up to that resistance line. And now we're coming up and it's positive 49 points. That is the gap down. This was what they did on Friday in the last 15 minutes of the closing bell. And that's exactly what they did. And you can clearly see that right now we're at a point where we're going to have to come down a little bit, and we're going to let this news trade that's been anticipated. and that the markets do not cave in, but rather set up ranges until the next devastating round of news is going to be the earnings. And it could be, once they hit a buy signal that got that low, that means they can discount the news, you guys, which is good if you're a trader. And if you're going to be an option trader, then you need to get in our option pit, our live trading room, daily. Yeah, get your entries. You heard what I said. I'm not joking around. So, discounting the bad news in the US and then trading the bear market rallies, or bear market short squeeze rallies, rather. And that when the seller dries up, it will give us a mathematical reading in the markets tomorrow morning as to what price ranges in the leadership stocks that got slaughtered, as to what their 1, 3, or 5 day upside trends will be, versus that they could just go up and roll over and keep making lower lows. And so each one is going to be on its own. So stay tuned for that part of it. And the sentiment is taking the futures higher on the release of the weekend news of the virus. It's a mechanical thing. People are losing their lives because of this virus. Let us not forget that. All of you are my friends, and because you are, um, that's always going to be the most important thing. This is just a mechanical move in the markets in relation to how to trade the news. And why is it when it goes up and goes to that resistance level, then they roll over and they go back down? And that's part of the bear market trade management courses that we have that you can get in. And we're going to give you that limit order and exit order. It's going to pay for it anyway. You got nothing to lose. You're going to be getting orders that you would never have gotten in your whole lifetime, ever. So let's move together and whatnot. Please be safe in your neighborhoods across the U.S. and other countries and everyone alike and whatnot. And remember, sell into resistance, because if you don't, there will roll over at resistance levels. You have to be quick to take your profits, and if you want to raise cash, then you sell into the move as they go higher. It's a special report worldwide after having the U.S. exchanges in a major capitulation to end the week of calendar month of February of 2020. And now we have started the March Madness with the market that got torpedoed. That is extremely oversold, and it hit our buy signal, and we all know that. So once again, our speech has been given to those across the continent and others who listen to us on the audio side through our other networks, not YouTube, but other places that this gets played to. Um, Let us not forget that we're here for you. We're a phone call away, 702 685 0772. Give us a call if you need us. We have all kinds of tools that can be used, on the platforms for risk management, all the things that confront you. We're here for you. All you have to do is pick up the phone, kick yourself in the butt, get busy. So once again, that's the NASDAQ 100 futures and the Dow, and they keep bid popping. And I'm going to sign off at 8:14 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11:14 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, day 3/1/2020, with a rally over the SARS case, I call it, but it's really the the disease that we have that has hit the United States, and we don't really know where it's going from there. So I don't want any of you to be fooled. God bless all of you and your families. And once again, we do care about you. And if it's really going to get really super bad, we'll let you know. We already have the track record there on YouTube. All the results we tell you before it's going to go the wrong way. Good luck.